The Mullet's a build-up kit for competition with a straight axle in the front, portal axle in the rear, and a whole lot more Vanquish goodies that you just need to see. Let's get this thing out of the box so you can see what it's all about. So this is actually the first build-up kit of its type. Usually competition drivers have to assemble these themselves out of parts, but Vanquish is putting everything in one box. They give you the F10 straight axle for the front, the F10 axle for the rear. Looks like it's the stance chassis, and they give you the, over here, they give you the VRD transmission, 4-link in the front. Yeah, this thing is looking pretty cool. Let me show you what it looks like when you first open up the box. Just love the extra detail on the box too. Business, party, these guys think of it all. So you get a clear body. That's pretty awesome. You get to paint it up however you want. What's in here? Absolutely nothing. And here are the bags of parts. Instruction manual. There are the chassis plates. So yeah, that definitely looks like a stance chassis plate. Instruction manual, decals, oh, the good window masks, that's pretty awesome. And yeah, here are the bags of fun. Bag A, that is looking like your straight axle front end. That's gonna give you more weight towards the front. Here's your portal rear end. That's gonna give you more clearance. And then the rest of the kit. So yeah, lots of building to do, guys. I've got my work cut out for me. I'm gonna get started. I'm actually going to get started by painting the body so it could dry while I'm building the rest of the kit. The only question is, what color should I paint it? I have all these spastic paints, and I think this candy gold would look pretty good with the blue and black decals on the Mullet. Just washed out the body, and I'm going to change things up, guys. I was going to go with the candy gold, but after seeing the blue and white in the decals, it's got to look too RC10, and I don't want it to get confused with the 7 million RC10 kits coming out from Associated. So I'm going to switch it up and go with Battleship Gray. And check this out. They have spoiled us, guys. These are already pre-cut window masks. This is just going to make life so much easier. There's the F10 composite front axle together. Bag A, lots of good stuff going inside, from the machine cut gears to the seal ball bearings. Universals out at the steering knuckles, gives you 45 degrees of steering. The only issue I ran into putting it together was the servo. So originally I was going to put this Hi-Tech 961 servo in, really cool camo look to it. However, it was just a little bit too tall and the links were binding. This Reef's Raw 500 brass servo, it's going to add some weight, which is a good thing, but it's just like a millimeter shorter, which prevents the linkage from binding down here. It still touches just a little bit, but I should be able to get by. Here's the party axle, the F10 portal setup, metal gears on the inside, full ball bearings throughout this. It's a good looking axle for a composite axle. Inside the seat bag are all the parts to build up the chassis. You'll need the 2 aluminum side plates as well. Those are black anodized, plenty of holes to move around the shock positions. The bag also includes the links, and you can see the rear links are bent for higher clearance. And then the side plates here for the electronics. Those are pressed aluminum, and of course you got to slip in that battery strap. But once it's all together, the chassis itself, pretty rigid. The carbon spec VRD transmission is together, and this is pretty impressive, guys. So they give you the aluminum motor plate, the aluminum spur gear mount, the aluminum post, and then they give you the optional electronics mounting tray if you want to go throw that in place instead. And then back here they have the lightweight machined metal gears, all ball bearings supported throughout, seal ball bearings, and then it has 21% overdrive. Now I went and threw the Holmes Hobby motor in there. I couldn't rotate it up any higher. This cap right here would hit the post, so hopefully this doesn't cause a problem once it's installed. We'll find out in a little bit. Bag E were the shocks. So these are the Incision S8E shocks. They've got a hard anodized body, 8mm bore, X-rings on the inside of the cartridge area, and that was pre-built from the factory, so that was really nice. They give you shock oil, and once they're built, really nice. It's an emulsion style shock. There's a bleeder screw up top and metal pivot balls. Bag F is the center drive shafts. These go together pretty easily. Just use some grease on the joints. Those are metal, which is really nice. And now it's on to Bag G, which is all the hardware to put all these components together. Check that out, RC drivers. Looking pretty sweet. This is pretty much what you get in the kit, minus the electronics. Still have to throw the wheel nuts on, but we're getting pretty close here. Still have to pick out a receiver. This thing looks absolutely awesome. Now I gotta go and throw on the wheels and tires. So I went with some Vanquish, of course. We've got the Battleborn wheels in black anodized. They've got beadlock rings and everything. I've got the Yokohama Geolander tires, and then I have the wheel hexes here. So they are a different offset because the rear axle width is wider than the front. So I got the 475s and the 350s. Just got to go and throw all the screws into the B-locks now, and I'll show you the body after that. Wheels and tires are assembled on the truck and looking really good. 7mm nuts in the front and 8mm in the rear. That's because the rear has the larger sub-axles on the portals, and still gonna drop in a receiver. There's the body with the gray paint. I think it's gonna look really good with these decals, and you're gonna see it next, all done. There it is, RC drivers. The Mullet's finished up and has all the good stuff to hit the rocks with. Definitely like how the body turned out with a simple one color paint job and the graphics to step up that look even more. Like the stance chassis, it's definitely rigid, and I like that it's got the angled skid, so it gives you more clearance on the rocks. I'm just gonna throw a 1300 milliamp 3S LiPo battery pack on the side plate to power this thing. I got the Holmes Hobbies 2-in-1 motor system, Reef Servo for plenty of steering. The suspension feels really good on this. Definitely like the clearance of the rear links, and then, you know, the axles themselves. You've got a little bit of a lower stance in the front because of that straight axle, and then you have all the clearance of the rear axle. Again, just making this a true competition rig, and then stepping it up a bit more is the overdrive built into the transmission. Love that they have the narrow cut machine gears in it. The build was pretty smooth overall. I wouldn't recommend this as a first build kit for someone, but someone that has built a kit or two before should definitely be able to get through it. Just remember when you're picking out your wheels that you get the right offset, since the axles are a different width. So now that you see how it turned out, what do you guys think they missed with this kit? Is there anything they should have added from the factory? Let me know in the comment section below. There it is, RC drivers. The Mullet is on the rocks. Who knows what's gonna happen? Business in the front, party in the back. And so far, I can see that front end overdriving, pulling this rig up the rocks. It's looking good. So I'm using the new DXC Plus radio system with this, so I kind of have to drive with two hands. This is kind of hard to drive single-handed, but look at this. We're going right into the climbs here, fresh tires and all. Drop it down. Nice and slow, nice drag brake in the system from Holmes Hobbies. It's the little tire slip. Suspension definitely working. Look at that, guys. Like butter. There's our rear tire drop a little. Help slow it up. Nope. I thought it was. Yeah, nice smooth. Oh, had to roll out of that. A little off camber action next. I don't think we have enough tire bite for this. Looks like a pretty wild rock obstacle for this. This might bind up the front end. That suspension work. Still got some good clearance in the front. Plenty of clearance in the rear. All right, so I'm gonna get dangerous with it right off the bat. I mean, this is only a few minutes in. If I roll it here, it's gonna go down into the water, so I really have to hug this rock just right. Steer into that roll. Ooh, I could hear that aluminum skid grinding a little bit. But yeah, hooking that rear tire, it helps spin it around. Don't unload. Don't unload. Nah, suspension kept nice compressed. Awesome. Made it. I don't think I've done that before. Got to navigate up through the step-up incline. Just kind of motor through it. Nice. Definitely loving the overdrive. So this rock's off camber. Love trying trucks out on this just to see what the roll point is. Yeah, and I'm one-handed driving with the DXC. It's not that easy. And this is where it gets really sketchy. Could go over. I gotta turn into this slide. There's one edge right there. Looks like I'm gonna do it, guys. Oh, it's starting to unload. Just no, was unloading. There we go. Look at that. This is a pretty lightweight rig, guys. All I have is that brass servo in the front. It's staying pretty planted. All right, so this spot pretty vertical. Let's see if we can attack it head on. And nope, we got some bumper grind, so we're gonna have to reset here. So yeah, you gotta come in at a little bit of an angle, grab some tire first. We can straighten it back out. Climb up. A little tire spin. Yeah, pull right up and through that. A little side hill action. Walking around the rock here. Looks good. Don't go into the water. Don't want to go into the water just yet. I got a tire wet. Now we're definitely gonna have some tire spin. Yep. Lost some traction. This spot right here, absolutely love it. Really tests out the truck, and there's a little bit of notch out of this home system. To be completely fair, this is an early system from him, the 2-in-1, and I didn't do the update. There is an update. So that's my fault on that, if you see a little notching going on. But it's got some power. Again, on 3S, it's got some good drag brake though. Look at that. Nice, smooth control. We got that tire just hanging in the air. Little slide. That was butter. Butter smooth. Rocking the Mullet, guys. Check out the steering, full lock. Guys, that spins around real good. Look at that. Plenty of steering angle. This has been a killer drive. Wasn't expecting to stay here this long to drive this. I mean, you guys are only gonna see a few minutes, but man, I've been here a while. Just can't stop driving this thing. Another killer day on the rocks with a new Vanquish release. The Mullet is really capable. Now I understand why guys are building straight axle front end rigs with portal rear ends. It just gives the truck more maneuverability, the ability to tackle tougher obstacles, and this rig was pretty planted. And I did make some changes after I was videoing. I just stuck around. I was having such a good time. Wound up adjusting the shock collars, which I probably should have done right off the bench, but just dropped this rig down a little bit more. Really helps settle it in even more. I mean, what you guys saw was pretty impressive for the setup right out of the box. I would like to make some changes to this. These Vanquish tires, I think I'm going to swap them out. I do need to, again, reprogram the home system, but not much more than that. I mean, this thing steers so well, it climbs so well. It's got great approach and departure points, well, with the exception of the front bumper. If you hit something head on, you do have to come in on an angle, actually. But very easy to manage, and again, it's pretty lightweight, so it just glides through everything I was driving on, from the rough stuff all the way up to the really challenging rocks. Awesome release from them. Really excited about it. Again, you know, not a first kit to build. The body doesn't have any dimples for where you have to drill the body post holes, and that's maybe so somebody could throw magnets on it. But what I did was just use the grease trick of putting a little bit of grease on the body post and laying the body down on top of it. Wound up putting a spacer behind the front steering rod just so that stopped binding, and you know, just little things that you would pick up as a builder. That's why I think, you know, this would be a second or third kit for somebody. But for somebody that wants a comp rig with the latest and greatest, that doesn't want to go and source out all the parts on their own, the Mullet is really the way to go. I'll have links in the video description below.